Good evening. My name is Jeffrey Haynes Hillis, and I'm here tonight on behalf of the Haynes Hillis family to thank Bill Chapin and the Automotive Hall of Fame for inducting my great-grandfather Elwood Haynes into the hall and the video tribute that we saw. I'd also like to thank Tim Rivers, the curator of the Elwood Haynes Museum, for all the effort and work he did in completing the nominating process, and if he hadn't gotten this ball rolling, we wouldn't be here tonight. Unlike the three next inductees, I'm up here for one reason tonight, and that is my ancestry. Elwood Haynes had two children, and he had a daughter, Bernice, and a son, March. His daughter, Bernice Haynes, was my grandmother, and as it was said, my father, Elwood Haynes, is his last remaining great-grandson. I'd like my father to stand for a minute. I was going to have him come up on the stage, but I think we wore him out tonight trying to get him in his grandfather's car. So if you would stand, Dad, Elwood Haynes, Bud Hillis, and he's stated he ripped. Thank you. And thank you. As he was the one that was instrumental in persuading his mother, Bernice Haynes, to purchase the Haynes family home when it became available for purchase and donated to the city of Kokomo as a museum in the memory of his grandfather's achievements. I'd also like to bring up the rest of the Haynes family. They said there were a lot of us here, and I'd like for my brother Gary to come up, and then the Haynes, the descendants of March Haynes, are here also, and I'd like all of them to come up to the stage with me. I need to share this with others. He has four great-grandchildren here. I believe we've got Marcia Haynes Henley. We've got Elwood March Haynes Jr., and we have Richard Haynes, and we have Debbie Haynes Ramston. And then we have great-grandchildren here too, descendants of theirs. So we've got quite a crew coming up. One of the great things tonight is that we had never met as a family, and that's one of the great things that the hall has done for us, has gotten us together all as a family reunion. And ironically, the first time we met was this morning, and we ran into each other. We all ran into all of us together at the Henry Ford Museum, of all places. So you never know. Dad, I wanted to say to you too, I know it's a very proud moment for you and how much you appreciate that your grandfather is being honored here tonight. I remember you telling me that we chose our ancestors well, and I don't think we as a family here could have chosen a better ancestor than Elwood Haynes. Not only was he inquisitive and an innovative, practical man, he also has been described of a man of very high moral character and impeccable honesty, a beloved and proud member of the Kokomo community. And I'd also like to speak a minute, too, of another one of his grandchildren that is deceased, and that was his granddaughter, and she was his first grandchild. He died shortly before my father was born, so he only knew his first grandchild, and her name was Margaret Hillis. As some of you may know, Margaret Hillis was one of the most successful choral music conductors of her time. She founded the Chicago Symphony Chorus in 1957, which she conducted for many years. And she also was a pioneer in her time, too. She was the first woman to conduct the full Chicago Symphony. So Elwood Haynes has quite a legacy with us tonight. Anybody want to join me? No? Okay, I'm doing great. Well, I'd just like to close tonight with a quote from Elwood Haynes that I think best sums up his life. And he wrote in a letter to a friend, he said, "A man's work in life is not very great at best when compared to the sum of total human effort. After all, it is the good that we may be able to do for our fellow men and not the glory of achievement that really counts." And I think that really sums him up. So thank you on behalf of the Haynes Hillis family. Thank you.